Hey guys, it's Jsnow with a farming guide for you guys. So this one is mining and herbalism farm, so there's a couple things you need to take note of. So before you start the farm, you're going to need this mount, Sky Golem. So these might be expensive right now because if you didn't get it before the expansion, you're going to need it now. This allows you to herb without, having to, dismount, which is very important because then you can skip mobs by using this potion, Dark Moon Firewater. So this is kind of expensive on my server, but it allows you to gather things faster. So for example, herbalism is 0.5 second cast, and I think mining is a 1.5 second cast. So Sky Golem plus this means even if mobs are smacking you, you should be able to herb pretty quick. So that's what makes the potion so awesome. Now another thing you need to know is of course the route. So the route right here is going to be in Borealis. It's going to be from Hatherford all the way to Outrigger Post. Now, I do not really recommend this farm for Horde. While it is possible to farm this, it's probably not that efficient for Horde, only because Hatherford will have some mobs, and then, Norfolk State you can skip entirely, but Roughneck Camp and Outrigger Post, which has a bunch of nodes, are pretty much off limits as Horde. I mean, you might be able to go through it, but I'm not sure if there's any elite mobs there. So this is mostly an Alliance farm, but if you want to do it as Horde, just simply go across the riverbed right here, and don't go anywhere else. I mean, pretty much just avoid the Alliance towns, and you'll still get a good amount of stuff. So after 40 minutes of farming, we had 235 star moss, a stack of riverbud, a stack of siren's pollen, 9 winter's kiss. No, actually, the winter's kiss is not there. I mean, I think there's a few, but just don't count that. 14 platinum ore, a bunch of meats, 88 storm silver ore, and 144 moonlight ore. So at the very end of this video, oh yeah, and anchorweed and sea stalks. So at the very end of this video, we'll show proof of sale and see what it is actually sold for. But basically, you don't want to sell anything for under 20G, what I do. Because right now, everybody gets panic selling. So if you herb or mine anything, try not to sell it under 20G, because once raids come out, the prices should bump right back up. Right now, I'm on the Sargeras Alliance server, so everybody panic sold. And I accidentally sold, for example, anchorweeds for 20G a piece, which is definitely not the right price for a rare herb. So I'm going to put these all in the bank. Send these all to my alt, and then we'll go down the route. Alright, so now for the farm itself. So the farm is pretty simple. So first you want to start off at the Hatherford, which is where you start off, and then you want to look at your map. So pay attention to the map, because I actually made a mistake. The North Wellington Estate, or North Wingston Estate, whatever you want to call it, there's a river right below it that actually has a ton of herbs and ore on it. So you just want to, don't go into the actual estate, but on your way back, you want to go to the side, south of the estate, and you'll get a ton of herbs and ore from there. So just go a little bit south of the estate, and you should be able to find it pretty easily. There's also some sea stalk. If you're looking for sea stalk, there's also a place with sirens if you keep going south of the state, so definitely good for sea stalk. Otherwise, pretty much on this path, there's going to be annoying birds everywhere, and I mean absolutely everywhere. The birds are they're probably the most annoying mob in the game, in my opinion, just because it screws this farming spot, screws the time of this farming spot. So these birds are very low, you would want to buy some gear, I guess, off the auction house. Right now I think gear is for level 111 is about 233 item level for purchase gear. So once those go down in price, I would definitely suggest gearing up your tune, just so you don't out level the mobs or you have a low item level. But otherwise, what you want to do is use the river as your point of reference. So the river is basically where you want to be, but you'll see herbs and ore off to the side, and you'll be wanting to grab them, and then you'll be like, ooh, another one, and then you'll be like, ooh, another one, and then eventually you'll be lost because you're way away from the river. But that's okay, because you just want to go right back to the river, because you do want to peek to the left and right sides as much as possible to get there. So when you're done farming, pretty much you go all the way to the end of the island and stop at the flight master. Now the flight master is bugged at the very last flight master for some reason is bugged. But if you want to do it, you can just fly. If it does work, then fly back to the first spot you were at, where I was at again, and then you just do this over and over. And it's just a really easy farm, tons of gold to be made, and it's just simple. Just make sure you follow the river, and if you see anything, you'll see tons of nodes all over the place. So now on to the actual proof of sale. Alright, so we have the grand total here. So right now this is all the auctions that so far sold. There was 20G, everything was listed for 20G or higher, and for anything with that was green, it's 100G or higher. So we sold some platinum ore for 2,300, some anchor wheat for 1,400, a whole stack of riverbud for 11,000, some sea stalk, 53 sea stalk for 22,100, stack of siren's pollen for 8,400, some silver storm ore, half a stack for 3,100, almost a stack of star moss for 6,300, moonlight ore for 4,000, almost 5k. We got 1k, 200 couple G's, and 2,000. So as you can see, that's quite a lot of gold coming in, and there's even more. So if we scroll down here, oh my goodness. So we have 500G in anchor. We got another bunch of ore for 1,000. We got 3,000 in the sirens. Almost 6,000 on moonlight ore. Platinum ore for 1,000. River buds for 6,000. What do you call it? Moonlight ore. Some more silverstone ore, star moss, sea stalk, and some siren's pollen. So as you can see, this total is way more than, this is almost 50k. Of course, I can't do the math right now, but just from the 11,000 and the 8,000 and the couple of 5,000s alone, this is easily 50k gold right here from just 2 hours or less worth of farming. And of course, there's way more to go as people start buying out the rest of the auctions. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this gold guide made you some good gold. Of course, the prices are going to go all over the place as this is the beginning of the expansion, but just make sure that you're not underselling depending on your server. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.